This week we are at Court Street Coffee, which is my favorite provider of caffeine in Athens. So the incoming Starbucks can, just not. And this week I am here with Tony Yao, who is the president of the Ohio University Magicians Association. It's been very cool seeing you and hanging out with you and seeing everything you do. So my question for you is, for people that hear, oh, we have a Magicians Association, and they're not really sure what that means, can you describe a little bit about what you guys do exactly?
Well, obviously, we're a magician. What do? We do magic.
Right.
Well, that's the simplest way to explain what we do. But what magic really does is we entertain people. We actually brings that the only thing still makes people curious. We bring that into people's life. So let's say, for example, I think this is a better way to explain this. We know everything now. We study, we go to school, we know everything. We know the principle of everything. We know why the cars fly. We know why the car doesn't fly. The car drive on the road.
Maybe they can.
In the future, soon enough.
Anyways,
but we know why the plane fly in the sky. We know how it works. But what's something that is still like a secret to everyone? What is something that we're curious, we want to know? That's magic. That's what we do here. As a magician, we try to bring that mystery feeling, that people whose curiosity about us. That's what we do here. We bring magic into their life.
What's the first trick you ever learned?
First trick I ever learned was I guess you could say, I don't really know the name of it. It was like a reverse card trick, I guess you could say. I learned it just on YouTube. It was one of the first places I searched, and I guess I was like, oh, let me search easy magic trick, and then probably clicked the first link at the time years ago.
That's how you learn anything.
YouTube and stuff. And actually, then that's how I learned my first trick. I can show you if you really want.
Yeah, I know. Just how to do it.
Okay. Show you how to do it, or show you?
You can show me how to do it, or you can just show me. Show me first.
Show you first.
Okay, I want my mind blown first.
You want your mind
And
blown?
then I want the magic room for me.
It's usually how it happens.
Okay.
Alright, now I want you to take a card out. I want you to show it to the camera, make sure make sure everyone can see anything. So you good? Alright, now I just want you to put it back about halfway and push it right into it a little bit. There you go. See, now what I can do is I can snap and bring your card to the top. You ready?
Yes.
In the winter, it's like,
Yeah.
unless you're in Florida.
It's not?
What?
Okay, I can try something else. If I give it another snap, I can get the whole deck of cards to go in one order, except one card. And I want you to grab that card out,
Okay.
the one card that's upside down.
But this,
Oh.
And I want you to look at it. Now, was that your card?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the first trick I ever learned.
Just in general. It's not about you. It's about like even choosing or
Don't worry, that definitely didn't happen.
Okay, so now I'm here with Colin Gee. Colin, how long have you been doing magic?
About 5 years now.
Okay. You weren't born with witchcraft powers and just been practicing for a fraction of your life?
I'm more of a warlock. Like, don't have any magic of my own. I just steal it from other things.
That's perfectly valid. I do the same thing with my energy, my self-confidence,
Same.
everything. So, what was the first trick you ever learned? What was the first trick that you did and you're like, man, that's good. That got me for a minute.
So you take the two of diamonds here, two of diamonds, you take it, you just give it a little shake and it disappears and you smack it right back, and then you can take the two of diamonds. What's crazy about it is it's never actually even existed, because the two of diamonds this whole time has actually been the queen of clubs, and there's queen of clubs, and the two of diamonds actually jumped all the way back into the middle of the deck. Two of diamonds all right there.
So, how did you personally get into magic? Like, what made you look at magic and magicians performing and go, yes, I want to do that?
So there is one common characteristic of all magician has. They're very persuasive. They're very they talk too much sometimes. like what I'm doing right now. But anyway, so as a foreigner, when I first came to the United States, communication would be the most important thing for me. If you can communicate, you're not gonna survive in this country. So when I was in high school in Los Angeles, I was thinking, how can I make friends with Americans? How can I, make them talk to me? So I figured, oh, maybe I should do magic. Why? Because there are so many ways you can learn it, and also that's the thing what brings people's curiosity. They want to know, oh, this guy, look at that Chinese guy, he can do that. I wasn't trying to being racist.
No, it's fine. White people love
I
magic.
know. So I want them to curious about me. Oh, what is that guy doing here? Oh, he does magic. Can you show me? Can you teach us? So that's what it's like giving my high school classmate an opportunity of trying to have a conversation with me. And then as time going, I start, getting better in magic and making friends and improving my language skill wasn't like it's how do I say this? I guess what I'm trying to say is as I'm doing more magic, my English has got better, and that's what helped me successfully establish this organization.
Okay, hi. Will somebody just tell me when to stop?
Stop.
Okay, there. Okay. See the card right there? See it right there? It's the King of Clubs. Nobody likes that card. We're going to use a different one. King of Clubs. Nobody likes this one. Seriously, nobody likes the King of Clubs. It's way overrated. We're just going to put it back in there. So, somewhere in there, right? So, just to do this trick, I'll write King of Clubs again. Rats. Give me a second. And there. Put it in. And yeah, that's why nobody likes this card. It's way too clean.
So I want to know, what was the first trick you ever learned? The first trick that you learned, mastered, were like, okay, now I'm a magician. What was that trick?
It's called the Power of Threes.
Okay.
And if you want, I can just show you.
Yes. Show me.
I would tell you to shuffle the deck, but we were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Colin asked me to shuffle it. It didn't go well. So
I'll just go and shuffle this deck.
I trust you. I mean, kind of, but yeah, kind of.
I mean, you should never trust a magician.
No.
Whether I say I'm good or bad, that could all be a bluff.
Yeah.
It's the mind. But just to make sure that you trust me, we'll go ahead and go through all these.
No, that's what they said about me in high school.
They said that about me too, don't worry. But you can see the deck's in no particular order.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go ahead and split the deck roughly in half. And tell me which half. That means that I get this one, you get that one. Now the reason that this deck is called the Power of Threes is that the third card in this deck will tell me what the third card in your deck is. This just told me that the third card there is the Nine of Hearts. Go with check.
Okay.
And like how
Okay, so we're now here with Shane, who's the vice president of the Ohio University Magician Association. So Shane, I'm curious, what in particular got you into magic?
What actually got me into magic was my kindergarten teacher. All the way back then, did magic for us in class. So right from then, I was like super into magic. He performed tricks every day for us, and it really got me involved. But then what actually made me truly involved was when I was in high school. I had a surgery and was never able to get out of bed for a couple weeks. So I was like, what do I do? I've been sitting here, it was a sports injury, I'm an active guy. What do I do now since I'm sitting in bed? So I was like, you know what, I'm finally going to pick this up. I'm going to try grabbing a deck of cards out, sat it next to me for about 2 weeks straight, just did magic, just learning, trying to figure out new tricks, figure out new things. I've always been interested, knew I wanted to do something with magic, and always been interested since a little kid. But then right then was truly when I was like, this is actually something I can do.
Since I mentioned earlier, you probably have people that are really crappy at it. What's the worst comment you've ever gotten from somebody?
I hate you. and then any other explicitive that comes after that.
People
You
still,
bet. But I
people
mean-
still afraid of witchcraft.
Oh
in
yeah,
2018.
people like I'll do a trick for people and they'll come over. Usually it's never the people who like, oh, I want to see a trick, because they're obviously not wanting to. They usually stumble upon me. I'm doing tricks for other people, and they walk up and I perform the trick, and they just almost get angry. Like they're almost mad it happened. Like because they know it shouldn't happen. And when it does happen, they're just mad. They're like, I hate you, screw you. But I mean, I don't think they truly hate me, of course, hopefully. But they are kind of just like, so, I think just so mind blowing. Like, there's reactions of people getting happy, and then there's just people who get mad. Like, straight mad at you that you can do this, and I think they can't, or they don't want to believe it's true.
Well, I for one am very happy that I got to visit here. So Shane, thank you. Good luck with your witchcraft.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you for being here.